So, good evening, guys, girls, everybody that joins us for our first race of Season 6 in HOR. So, new guys on board. HOR Punch, Lease Comms joins the grid. LAS Chris joins the grid. We don't have our resident Insane Turk with us in comms tonight, so I'll try and keep on top of all of the action possible. Sorry about the little technical start issue at the start. The lobby glitched out, so we just restarted the stream. So we are live and good to go. What is looking to be a very difficult qualifying session ahead. Very, very wet. So I think we'll see some guys going out, try to get some time on the track. It's not a necessary session, as every driver should go through, so nobody should take too many risks. You do not want to retire the car. Ronnie Boy as well, new driver, joins the grid, takes a half seat. Another fellow Scot, good to see. I'll just get up and I'll run through the new teams of the season. We've got Jensen and Skarma leading up the Mercedes team, Jelly and Jack leading up Ferrari, Mike and Chris Alien 2 and Red Bull, Punch and HOR Punch, who he is now, and Pedro and Renault, Schlee and Fingers and McLaren, Wee Beggs and Squeamish and Toro Rosso, Avatarius and Banksy in the Alpha seats, Jay Smith and Ronnie in the Haas, Con and Mitch in the Racing Point, and Ginger Bush and Ellie S. Chris in the Williams. So I'm hoping the guys are cautious in the qualifying, give us some things to talk about, but certainly don't take themselves out of the equation. Pedro first day, brave the weather. Some guys not happy there's some tricky weather, other guys will be very happy there's some tricky weather. All in all, I think it makes for an exciting qualifying, put some guys out of position possibly, make for a more interesting race. I hope all that join us will get involved. The chat's there to be spoken in, and we'll try and engage with you as much as I can, bring action in the race. So we've got Pedro, Ronnie, Jack Jensen, Banksy, HOR Punch, Skarma, all venturing out into the not so nice weather. Fitted tyres always going to be full wets. I don't think it'll get any better than full wets by the looks of the conditions. As we go through the qualifying session, I'll try and get some of the drivers in, see if we can get a chit chat, see how they're finding the conditions. I'll try not get any guys in while they're on track. But welcome, welcome, welcome. And we will see how it goes. So Pedro will be first to do a lap, so we'll stay with him, see how it goes. Tricky lap to open in the wet conditions. First lap of the day. Mike out in Inter tyres. I don't know if my data's right. I don't know if he's watching. I don't know if he can get back on me. Are you actually trying the Inter tyres? Does look a dry line, but I think there's a lot of rain. Nice and early on the brakes. Pedro's going to be the benchmark driver to put a lap on the board. Oh, and he's went wide, so that will be an invalidation, I would think. So we'll find who's next. Oh, Jensen's went very wide. Who have we got next? Oh, and there's Banksy spinning. Guys really struggling. We do have Mike on Inter tyres. So who is our lead driver on a fast lap? Could it be Con? Could this be the lap? I think this could be the man. Oh, a little wide there. Will that keep his lap valid? Not. Con's on an out lap. Good fingers opening a lap. Jack's, oh, he's in the wall, he's out the session, that's unfortunate. Unlucky Jack. Skarma and Adam getting all tangled up together on their fast laps. Adam doesn't need to give him the position. I just hope he doesn't go and try anything stupid. No. Happy. Who's coming out pits early? It's Chris come for a lap. I'm not 100% sure who is our lead driver at the moment, guys. Could be Jensen be at the big off moment, I don't know. So Skarma was 39.2 first time on the board. And that's an average pace lap. First lap on the board. Track's wet, the guys will start to dry up a line. Pedro does a 2:01, but we've seen him have that big moment. The guys will dry up a line and the track should start to get a little better. But the spray looks absolutely horrendous. Green Fingers, what sector is he in? Oh, he's in the last sector. We'll stay on board with Green Fingers as he closes his lap. We'll see where he goes. A little wide there, but he still manages to get the car rotated and not go on the grass. Go on board as he comes up the line. See, I was looking. Oh, that's a good catch. Very good catch. Thank you for joining, all viewers, male, female, microwaves, whatever you wish to identify. We welcome you all. So Green Fingers did a 145, HOR punched on a 41.4. Skarma 39.2, Con goes on a 39.1. So he takes the lead by 0.4 of a second. But as I said, guys are just getting an eye in. There's no need for doing anything crazy this session. Though I think the guys are still struggling, even taking it easy. So we'll see how it plays out. Mike in the intermediate tyres, it'd be interesting if he gets a lap what kind of pace he puts on. I think a lot of drivers take a big judgment from what kind of pace Mike's got. Don't look too bad. So, this will be interesting. Where is Mike going to slot on the board? 41.0 P4 on the inters. So, that's interesting. We weren't on board, so we don't know if he's had any mistakes or any mess ups, or is that genuine pace? I wonder if we can find out. We'll see when Mike goes into the pits, if we can get him in. Get a little chit chat. That's an interesting one. So who do we have? Chris in a fast lap. Through the last couple of corners. Con goes faster again, 37.6, so that's a good chunk again, 1.5 seconds. Con will be, I think, happy now. Feeling confident with that lap. It's a nice time. The luck of the Irish, as they say. And Chris does a 40.1, slots his cell into P3. So I think the 39.40 mark looks the base pace as it stands. Some guys, well, Con, breaching below the 38s. I don't know if Avatarius, Ronnie, Jack and Mitch have all fell victim to DNFs. I don't know if somebody could maybe tell me in the chat, have we lost all drivers? As I say, guys, there's not much to play for in this session. That's unfortunate. Some guys have retired, but that does not mean all is lost, because Australia is a tricky track, and I believe there will be incidents. I believe we have clear weather for the race, so Greenfinger overshoots the penultimate corner. And I think he'll bail out from there. Schlee. Let's go on board with Schlee, see how the other McLaren man is getting on. Not a track, Australia's a track I love, but I can't particularly enjoy it when it gets wet. It's traction limited, and it hurts. So yeah. So Schley, penultimate corner. Nice and apex. Double take, but that won't cost him anything at all. Nice out the last. Good in the power. We'll see where he puts it. 41.5. P7. That's alright. There'll still be more lap time to be found by Schley there. Jensen, where is he going to go? Does he stick it in that position he is so used to? Yes, 36.4, 1.2 second gap to P2. Nice lap, Jensen, well done. That's a benchmark now. 36.4. Banksy, we'll see where he goes on here, the big moment in his first lap, I think. Jelly just venturing out in an out lap. We'll see how Banksy slots in. Well, this might be just an opening lap actually. Oh, yeah, 37.2. So I believe the track's maybe starting to come to the drivers a little. As the more and more running goes through, the more and more water gets cleared, the better and better the track becomes. So Mike's thought of the inter was maybe a little too early, but it might still come. Let's see, Mike is in the pit, so bear with us till we see if we can get. We'll see if we can get Mike in for a chat. Young Mike, where is he? So, let's see. We'll see if Mike joins. We'll get his take on trying inter tyres. I guess he had nothing to lose. Get the favourite in for chat. Hello, Lennon. That is not how it is. He's the only guy that chose a different tyre, Adam. Mike.
Hello.
Hello, your inter tyre choice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel there was time in the tyre, or was it just nothing to lose, so why not try, see what happens?
I wanted to save, you're only given 2 sets of wets, so I want to save one for Q2, one for Q3.
So you got a new set, that makes sense.
Yeah, and second of all, I felt like there was a lot of time to be gained. For example, on my in lap I got 6/10 through turn 1, so I'll leave that for what you want to make of it.
So there's possibly time in the tyre?
Definitely. My lap was definitely not perfect.
That's what I was wondering. I only caught the end of your lap, and obviously I knew you were running inter tyre, so I wanted to know if what you felt there was time in it. That was all, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of qualifying.
I will.
Can we get some subtitles up, please? Right, use English. Use know what I'm saying. Come on. I know who we can get in for a chat. The lover of wet. We'll go for another where the action is quiet. I will let's get the lover of the wet in to see if he'll come for a chat. Because obviously I know he loves the conditions. I think every day in H1 knows that he loves the conditions. I just got an invitation. I don't know why, I'm still in the lobby. And another invitation. Do they know something I don't?
What do
Schley,
you want?
Now, Shley, no need to be bitter. How are you feeling on wet conditions? Wet Australia is not good.
You know exactly how I feel. Wet conditions.
Well, I was just saying this.
Straight away. I knew though, but the lobby before this one, that last lobby that crashed, that was dry. That was clear. That was
Clear race.
clear qualifying as well. Definitely.
I loaded in.
I saw it.
It'll be in the first stream, so we could see the wet weather. But do you feel you get more time than that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, yeah. Although I don't know, to be honest, mate. I don't know. So I'm just trying to keep out of trouble, run my own race. I've not really had any much lap time practice. I've been trying to get my head around these bits. So.
Yes.
What will be.
I still pick you for a podium.
Oh, I can't see that myself.
Yep.
Well, I'll try.
Good luck.
We'll see how it goes. Cheers, pal. Love you.
No worries. Love you.
I don't love you anymore.
Oh, thanks. Bye. Thank you, Chris, for the invite. I understand. That makes perfect sense. Because you know what happened last night? And it came just about now, about the same amount of time, 16 minutes in. You're absolutely spot on. Just new and on the ball. Green fingers out in a lot. We'll see what the guys are doing for the last little bit of running. We have Jelly on track, Con on track, Fingers, Adam. Who is our lead driver? Con? Is he just opening a lap, or is he going to improve? No, maybe just opening. Whoa, pits. Adam on a fast one. I think he might be on inter-tire, so we'll stay on board. We'll follow Adam. I think he's leading to Con and Jelly. That way, Jelly. Con is some shortcuts, we could say. Possibly, Lennon, possibly. So as it stands, Jensen P1, Jelly P2, Banksy P3, Con P4, LAS Chris P5, Skarma P6, Fingers P7, Pedro P8, Mike P9, HOR Punch P10, Schlee P11, and I think Avatarius, Ronnie, Jack and Mitch all fall victim to retirements. I could be wrong, but I think they're not there. I think they've crashed out, which is unfortunate. But definitely opportunities there in the race. So, Jelly, I think he's maybe went for another lap again. Nobody else. Adam did improve. Was that an improvement on his last lap? I'm unsure. Congan in the box. Jelly the only man on a fast lap. I don't know if he's pushing. Is he pushing? I'm unsure. No. Big lift. So not pushing. And a retirement. So, but it looks of it, that's our standings. Top 3. Jensen, Jelly, Banksy. Times 36.4, 37.1, 37.2, but as I say, every driver's going through it the next session anyway. So I think they're all just getting their toe in the water. Very much so. As we go. So as it stands, we will lose some drivers from Q2, so this will be important for some. Is Adam out? Jelly? Is that a confirmation? Is he gone? Has he retired the car? He did. We do on the list. It's a retirement. Adam. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Let's see quickly if we can get him in. Crashing an in-lap. Let's see if we can get him in straight away before the guys go out for any track action. See what happened. That is unfortunate, Adam. But we'll see. Still absolutely torrential rain. I don't think it's going to let up. I think this is the way qualifying is. I think we're forecasted for a nice dry race. So it gives every driver in the grid a nice fresh tyre to start and a freedom of any strategy they like. So, interesting. I don't know if we're going to get Adam in the party. Again, not looking at his mails. Hopefully we can get him in, so we'll have one driver drop out, one driver, and there's a nice competitive bunch out there, so some people are under pressure. Mike, first on track on an outlap. Adam.
Yes.
What happened?
I just thought I'd go out on the inters. I heard what Mike said about them.
Yep.
Obviously that was my third lap on them. Done the out lap, done a fast lap. I was precautionary with it. Noticed that gaining a lot on the straights, but in the corners I was losing a bit. So that next lap I was pushing a bit more, and just one slight mistake had just put me in the wall, knocked my wheel off.
So confined to P12 for the race. How do you feel? P12's not bad.
I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright with that. I've seen many turn ones at Australia with HOR.
Yep. Let's hope we don't have that, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I opened it up, but I'm happy. It's wet quality, so you're not gonna see.
I think we've got an interesting couple of sessions coming up here, for sure.
Definitely, Schlee will show improvement.
Yes.
Mike, if he goes out on the recommended tyres, he'll show a lot of improvement.
Yeah, I would agree.
But you're not going to see proper race pace from anyone until the race starts. So the race, wherever anybody starts, the race is anywhere still. I mean, Jensen looks strong as normal, continuing where he left off.
Yeah.
Banksy looks fast in quali as he did last season.
Yeah, just about reckless driving on an in-lap, I noticed, so we'll maybe need to have a conversation about that, because he essentially put himself on the wall, and it's not that he never done anything to mess up the drivers, but because he was maybe recklessly driving, he had to sit in the wall for a little while, and he was close to being static that long to get himself disqualified. So more for his sake, you need to be careful. Doesn't want to get himself disqualified, because he's definitely finding pace.
He is. He's got a great quality pace. His pens in the races let him down, but I think he'll have a win this season. But my teammate Pedro, he's going to get into P3.
So, just to catch up, Steam, Jensen and Chris very, very, very close on fast laps. So that's one to watch. Mike had a bit of moments. I don't think he's in his fast lap. Schlee's in an out lap. We've got Con in a fast lap. Pedro, Fingers, Skarma. Oh no, Skarma's now on an out lap. So just Pedro and Fingers in the pits.
Mike just hit the grass. You've got one person, only one can go out here. He's gonna be the one that's not pushing on their fast lap.
Yeah. Do you think was there any fruition for the Inters to come into play Q2, Q3? Do you know, or is it looking to just be wet running period?
Wet run period all the way through to the race. But again, the Inters were great on the straights, but just not enough grip in the corners. I was at 1 point 9 tenths down on the lap. I got to the end of the straight and I was only 3 tenths down on my time.
Right.
Like, straight line speed with the Inters was there, but it's just the corners. And
yeah.
Mess a corner up, you messed your lap out, to be fair.
Yeah.
And if you push too much in tyres that haven't got a lot of grip, you're in the wall.
I think we're about to get the first time on board. I think Chris first on the board, 39.1. So relatively the same pace he was setting last session. couple of tenths gain,
Yeah.
so still in the right direction. That's exactly what you need. Keep just forward, forward, forward.
Schlee's starting a fast lap now.
Yeah, I think Jensen, well, that'll be an invalidation, unfortunately. Schlee on a fast lap. Avatarius does a 37.8, so that's a good lap. A very good lap, Avatarius, well done.
Jelly 137.9.
Ooh, slots in a tenth behind, so things are starting to get close. Guys are trying to put exactly what they feel they can put. Skarma and Banksy absolutely on each other again. Banksy holding Skarma up, but as I say, you have no right to get out the way if you're both on a fast lap. It's just unfortunate to be the guy behind. Schlee driving nice and smooth in the wet. He's always a smooth criminal. 40.5 in inter tyre, that's not too bad.
No, it was Banksy on the inner, I didn't even notice. Yes, it was.
59.1 there for Skarma, but battles with him and Banksy, just, I don't know, I don't understand. They pick their space. There's only 11 guys, they can have millions of space. We'll stay on board with Schlee, see what kind of time he puts on the board at the end of his lap.
I think Schlee will do something decent. I've
So
got confidence in my old pal Schlee.
So what's your objectives for your team race, Adam? Where do you see yourselves? What do you hope for?
I
I
would say top 10. Other than that, I can't comment because it's wet quality and it's going to be a dry race.
Yeah.
Me and Pedro have put some practice in. We have got a game plan. So
37.5 there for Jensen.
Schlee.
39.2. Still a big improvement from his last session. So
Yeah, me and Pedro will shock you this season.
fight and talk. Mike on an outlap, so he'll be going to
it's not
36.9 from Jelly. 6 tenths in Jensen. That is a superb lap, Jelly. Well done.
Jelly's one to watch this season as well.
That puts him safely through, I think. Safely through. No issue at all. I think he even had a hard time to catch. Connor's Jensen has gone very slowly now on the racing line on the circuit, so I don't know what he's doing here. But
I think Skarma's about to improve massively.
I hope Jensen's getting over the catching him. No, he's very aware that he's the only man there, that's why he's going that slowly.
Skarma 139.5 in front of Banksy.
So interesting time.
It's Pedro, Fingers and Mike who's going out.
So Mike just starting a fast lap now. We'll go on board for a lap through turn 1. Nice through 1, good on the apex. Use a little of that curb but not too much. Don't really want to use the curb on the outside on exit because, well, it's wet and curbs can be dangerous.
Curbs can be dangerous here in the dry.
That's very true. Nice through 2. Good line through 3.
Pedro and Fingers have both just come out and they're out laps.
And he looks like could be not bad sector 1.
31.5.
I wish on screen you could see sector times of the fastest driver, but that's quite annoying. We'll watch you split through 2.
Sector 2 is a
56.8. Well, that's a good catch there because the rear was very much trying to step away. It's going to get a good toast. Skarma's going to hold the outside line. That's not the best place to be, but he never held him up too much. Last few corners. Tricky one this in the wet. The rear can step away for you, especially at the end of the lap. Very, very tricky. Yep. Struggled, missed his apex a little there. Not compromising him too much.
I think it was 37 at least.
Yeah, he might even beat that. 36.1. What a lap.
Damn.
What a lap, Mike.
Yeah.
So he
Fingers
takes
is on a hot lap.
7/10 gap, so we'll jump on board with Fingers as he is just at the end of sector 1 on a 33.2.
I think that's 1 second down on mine. I think might be 131.5 I think.
Oh, car tried to step away, but very good reactions for Fingers. I think he just carried a little too much speed there.
See, now, if I'm going to base my opinion on this, if I was Con, Schlee, Chris Can, I wouldn't come back out again.
So, I don't know what Skarmo's doing, but he's absolutely crawling on the racing line. There's guys opening laps, closing laps.
Oh. Alright, Pedro started his hot lap.
Keep an eye on that for me, Adam, just in case. I'm not sure exactly who's where on track at the exact moment. Skarma is toddling on the racing line.
And not come up to the end of his lap.
We'll go on board.
32.6, sector 1.
That's not a bad sector time from Pedro.
That's a good sector time. That's only.
I think maybe Green Fingers is going to go for a lap now.
Oh, he's in ninth. Fingers is in ninth. He's in front of Banksy, and Banks is still in the pits.
Why have I just... What is going on there?
59.4.
Adam, can you go and ask Lee if Skarma getting his way there? Because it's shown me Skarma on track. That's strange, but now he's in the pits. I think I've had a bug there. I think I'm holding Skarma accountable for something that wasn't there.
Okay, let me go and ask.
So as it stands, Mike P1 36.1, Jelly P2 36.9, Jensen P3 37.4, Avatarius P4 on a 37.8, Con P5 on a 38.0, Schlee P6 on a 38.3. We've just had Con take the fastest lap on a 35.8. So that moves Mike P2, Jelly P3, Jensen P4, Avatarius P5. So Paul says he's in the pits. So for some reason, Paul, I don't know if you're watching the stream, but I was most definitely seeing you driving around the racing line at 10 miles an hour. It's even on stream, and guys were just smashing you out the way. Hence why I was a little concerned. So I obviously had a little visual bug. So that's a good lap from Con. Still with Fingers. I think he is definitely still on a fast lap. We'll see if he improves here. A little wobble through the last. Yep, but he improves. 39.2, takes a good second out his lap. Clean second at that. Do we have Schlee going for another? I think Connor been an in lap. Mike's happy. Jelly. We'll watch his sector 1, we'll see if he feels he's got more time in his lap. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, so he's up sector 1, so Jelly's going for more. Adam.
He was not in Schlee's way at all. He was on the. He pulled out of the way. So.
Right, I had a visual bug then, that's fine. I didn't want to go jumping on something that wasn't right. And I know they went past each other. Yeah, Con put in a steamer. That's a great lap.
Oh, Banksy's back out as well.
So everybody feels, just watch the double audio, Adam. We can hear the stream twice.
I like the sound of my voice twice. Oh, amazing. Yeah.
So, Con now.
I'll ask you a question.
Yes.
How did you feel not racing?
So, I will say, right, I was a little disheartened to unplug the wheel on the hour running up to the race. That's usually when I'm plugging in the wheel to start doing a few laps and kind of pre-prep my races, and it's different, but I'm happy to be watching. I like this side of it. I like.
You get a different aspect of everyone. You're gonna, as what I got last season, is watch improvement throughout the season.
Banksy does a 37.1 there, slots his cell into P4, so he'll be happy with that lap. Yeah, I totally agree, Adam. I'm looking forward to just watching how people. I think as well, it gives you a good view of maybe a guys I don't race with. I can maybe see how they cope in some different scenarios and see how they react.
I got from last season watching Fingers and wanting Fingers to do well because he always got caught up in trouble on lap 1 or something.
Yeah, the unluckiest driver in HR history.
As the season went on, I got more wanting to egg Fingers on.
Yeah.
And watching Banksy and Beggs and their quality times and their race performances It's a different side of it, and even though you're not racing, Chris, you'll feel like you are racing with something
Yes.
because you'll be watching certain people at the corner of your eye. Even though you're on other people, you'll still be watching for them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It is good.
So I think we're going to lose Pedro, P11, your teammate. I think Adam in the pits, no time left.
He was
P11.
happy to start P11 earlier, if I remember correctly. He was happy with the P11 start.
Remember though, in the wet, is it really as effective? P11's good if everybody's running dry, but everybody in front of him's on tyres. They can go on any tyre just like him. So being at a position is maybe not such a good thing.
It's going to be a mixing strategies.
And I just fling out there as well, Jelly done a 36.8 on 6 lap tyres.
Look at hell. He's got some pace, Jelly. Old scary Jelly.
And you only get 2 sets of wets, is that right? So if guys have used
3 sets.
3 sets, right? So you can
3 sets of
essentially
3 sets of wets.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose he just figured there's no point in wasting a set.
Yeah.
I mean, one person, I'm not going to be horrible to Pedro who's gone out because it might not have been Pedro. I suppose Jelly has the pace to say, well, I can put my old tyres on. I can still be in the top 10.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean, you probably could, Chris. Jensen
Only 2
probably
sets
could.
of wets. It's 2 sets of
only
wets.
2.
Yes, 2 sets of
okay,
wets.
yeah,
So I think that's because that's what Mike said. That was his principle running the inter tyre early, because he wanted to make sure he had a set of wets saved for this session.
Fair enough.
A new set in Q3. So onwards we go. Con P1, Mike P2, Jelly P3, Banksy P4, Schlee P5, Jensen P6, Avataris P7, Greenfingers P8, Scammer P9, LAS Chris. We've had a retirement. I completely missed that. And Pedro has dropped out. That's unfortunate as well.
Yeah.
So, but if LAS Chris has retired, or did Pedro crash? Has Pedro crashed?
I don't think so. Pedro's just out. But because he set a time, he won't jump in for Chris.
Well, Jensen Slux, good to see you tuning in, Sergi. I hope your free Fridays and Saturdays are venturous, and I hope you and your new partner are having good fun. You look like you're having fun. It's nice to see, and I wish you all the best. But onwards we rock. I'm very drunk, not going to lie. That's alright, mate. It's good.
Who's getting Paul?
Sergi, they say drunk mind, sober heart, so it's good to see your heart's always with HOR. I like that. Paul, that is tricky. In the wet is tricky. Adam, I'd like to call it. I feel Mike's the strongest wet driver, but 1 lap pace.
You know
1 lap
what?
pace
I'm going Jelly.
Yeah, Jelly's a strong fight. A strong shout. We miss you too, Sergi. Sergi says he misses us, Adam.
Oh, no, I'm reading
We
it.
all miss you, Sergi. We all miss you. So, let's get lap data, telemetry, fitted tile, best lap. Let's see what's happening. Why is Pedro not in Q3? Crashed out, I think, Sergi. He crashed out. He would have been through as well because LAS Chris, one of the new drivers.
I don't think he would have, because his time was faster.
But LAS retired. Jelly has a fresh set of wets. So Jelly, are you going for a scrub drum and just try and get a first benchmark time, or are you going 1 lap, give it all? You got that good 1 lap pace in the wet. I think it's a toss up between Jelly and Mike for pole, but
I'm sticking with Jelly. I mean, obviously, I love little Mikey.
I don't ever think you can outright Con though.
You can't knock out Jensen, but no, I'm sticking with Jelly.
So Jelly plans 2 late laps. But if I've got 1 set left for Q3, it's usually what I go. 2 at the end. It just gives you that little bit of give in case you invalidate. You never want to make too many mistakes. So all drivers on an outlap. Who do we have first?
Jelly's not on one.
We have Fingers, I think. No, Mike. first driver. So let's go on board with Mike and we'll follow them through.
Right, you go, Mike. I'll go with Jensen because Jensen's just behind him, I believe. Yes. I'll get the sector times up. Right, you get Mike's sector, I'll get Jensen's. Because these two have been battling for years in other leagues, Mike and Jensen.
It's interesting. Mike's chose to go when the track's like least green. It's 32.3 through the first split for Mike. So I'm going to build the Jensen.
31.7.
So
oh, fingers 5 plays, good penalty, collision with Banksy.
I don't know if that's a deliberate collision or... that's interesting. I will need to see that one. I know Greenfingers was off track, but I never exactly caught what happened there. So we've got Mike coming through sector 2. He done a 57.6. Just went a little wide. That could be an invalidate. So we'll stay on board, see how it goes. Through the last 2 sequence of corners. I think Jensen has got the first run pace. But I don't think Mike's going to be a million miles away. He's had a couple of moments, he knows he's got more time in it. Oh, and he's just bailed out it. He's happy to bailed out. So is Jensen going to complete? So we'll go on board with Jensen as he comes up. Final straight to put the first lap. A Q3 on the board. 35.8. So who follows it up? Who follows it up? Who have we got? Avatari's bailed out, so I think the next across the line is going to be Con. And he's at a big slide, but he's held it well. Aggressive, that was lovely. Let's see where he goes. 36.6. Yeah, that slide would have hurt him bad.
Right, Skarma's next.
Get on board with Skarma. Next across the line. 38s.
39.7.
39.7. Oh.
See, 6-2. Right, 6-1 was a 34.2. And 6 is. Oh, he's down. He's nowhere near.
Thank you, Chris.
101.
Jensen will come last as always. Oh, he sits pole as it stands, Sergi.
Sergi, you're drunk. Right, Slee must have had a mistake on this lap because he's nowhere near.
Hope all the guys are taking to your 5-minute break. If you just kind of keep up with the action, I'm going to stay on board with Schlees. He comes across, he's the only guy kind of doing anything. I'm going to have a quick restroom break. Bear with me.
Oh, mate, I've got it. Go, Schlee, go, Schlee, go. Sector 1 time. Right, he's pulling a fast lap again. Oh, another skip will come. Alright, back to Schlee. Skarma there. Skarma's down in his time. No, Connor's on a slow one. Right.
So, Banksy has just apologised to Fingers.
Right.
So
There's
that...
2 things up in his time. Go on.
Yes, Shadows. Adam crashed. He starts P12. 41.9 for Slee. I don't know if you called that. Greenfinger's only man out in track, so go on board. Double trouble on the McLaren boys.
Yeah, they'll crash turner. They have form for it.
Yeah.
I did mention it in the party and Schlee laughed and Fingers was more disgruntled by it.
I think they could be they could be a strong team this season. Schlee and Fingers.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a few good lineups. Yourself and Pedro. I think Mike and Chris when he comes for Baku.
Yeah.
Jelly
and Jack could be a good one.
Yep. So.
Those one two for Schlee.
I think
me and Pedro are more the surprise. We're going to be the surprise team.
Yes. I'm just gonna.
Alright, so Fingers. Alright, he's starting his hot lap now.
You know, remember and call your guys for the 5 minutes. Well, remember the stream as well. We have a 5-minute break, guys, in the Q3 for the start of the race. Just let the guys grab a quick toilet break, cigarette break, food, drink, whatever they need.
Alright, Con on his way back out. We still got Avatarius, Jelly, Banksy, Mike and Fingers about setting a lap time. Fingers 32.0, sector 1. As far as I'm concerned, it was a good sector time.
Yeah, I think he's on a strong lap here. So we'll stay on board. He was the only guy on a fast lap at the moment as it stands anyway. I think Schlee is half a second up as it stands. So he's on board to he's on board to absolutely solidify that P3 as it stands.
Jay Smith has joined, so he has made it in. That is good.
Good to see. Only driver left. Gingerbush, I don't know if he's made it. I think Schlee's going to. Schlee's in the 36s here. 36.5, takes P2. So that puts Con under pressure now. That's a good lap from Schlee.
Still on my Fingers, he's come around the penultimate corner now.
I'm on board.
Good exit there. One corner I struggle with.
Slots before.
Alright, so who's
I
gonna
think
start
Mike first to open a lap. He's just on the last
it's gonna
corner
be
now.
Mike first. Yeah, I think it's going to be Mike, then Con, then Jelly.
Mike, then Con, then Jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, Jensen's back out. Right, I'm going to keep an eye on concepts times.
Yes. At about a minute left, Adam, you can jump back in, get yourself prepped, focus up,
Yes, mate.
have a good race. I better not hear back from you before the end of that race.
Mate, I'm prepped. I'm upside down behind the TV. 31.6 for Con, what, nearly 2/10 up on his time. So he'll be taking P2 back.
Schlee done that in 3 lap old tyres, so he can feel very happy with that lap actually.
Con done the 36.6 with a big drift around the final bend.
That's true. So he knows if he hooks that corner up, he's got tenths in the bag.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be confident to get Schlee back.
Yeah, he's 2/10 up in his time for sector 2.
I missed Mike's sector 2 split, so we need to stay on board. Oh, he won't have a split because he's not got a time, so this is Mike's first.
Sector time is slow than others. I think you might see on.
Green figures crash? No.
He semi-drifts around it. No, he did crash. Fingers crashed big time on the straight.
Oh, yeah. Too much on throttle. Where does Mike go? 45.8.
He must have had a problem.
So I reckon he's going. This is going to be Mike's flying lap here.
Yeah.
Jelly, last few corners, yeah, I'm on board.
This isn't a good one for Jelly.
So he's going to be going again now, as we say as well.
Definitely.
So I think Avatar is his lead car on a fast lap. 35.3, so Jensen gains another few tenths, really ramps the pressure. Closest to him, a second behind. Ooh, that's a big find.
Oh, Banks has just started the lap as well. Well, I've got Jelly. Jelly's my shout for it. I'm sticking with Jelly. I'm on Jelly. Don't let me down. I was wrong so many times last season.
Can we call him Red Jelly because he's in a Ferrari? Let's call him Red Jelly. Yeah. Red Jelly Haze.
31.6.
So I think he's hit his first sector time splitting the head, so
he was
no gain, no loss. Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was a 33 first sector last time. That's why I knew that lap wasn't any good.
So Mike, let's see how Mike's getting on. He's on his last few corners.
He's 9 seconds up on his time. So 1:36 at the moment, roughly. Sector 2:57, 1 from Jelly. Went a bit wide on the exit there.
Up the last straight for Mike.
137.2.
And he goes
Mike,
P2 with 35.4.
Ooh, good lap, Mike. Good
Jelly,
lap.
last few corners as well. It's P2.
Yeah.
He'll be happy. Jelly, I think he feels his biggest threat. Maybe even Banksy as well. Both on laps as it stands. Jelly at the last corner. Up towards the line. He's drove superbly at the corner. That could make or break his P2. P1 or P3, 36.3. So Mike had it on Jensen in the end. Very close, good competitive.
Yeah.
Little gap. We'll go on board with Banksy.
137.1.
P6. So there we have it. First pole of the season, first points of the season, first scalp of the season goes to our defending champion Jensen. Jensen takes pole on a 35.3. Mike takes P2, 35.4. Jelly P3 on a 36.3. Con P4 on a 36.3. Schlee P5 on a 36.5. Banksy P6 on a 37.1. Avatarius P7 on, I don't know the time because it just took it away from me, a 31.2.
Right, I'm running for a PP and back to my party, Chris.
Yes, have a good race. I hope not to speak to you soon.
Yes, you too, mate.
Greenfinger's P8, but a 5 place grid penalty. We'll need to see about that, so he'll start P13, but a 37.4. Skarma P9 and a 39.7. Interesting that position penalty. We'll need to look at that. But first scout to Jensen, first pole, first points. He's on the board. He's off the mark. Mike P2, not even a 10th in it, so they're set up to have an epic race. Strategies will be interesting. Nobody's committed to a part firm tyre, so free choice of strategy. Little 5-minute break now, guys, so the stream will go quiet for a couple of minutes and then I'll get back with yous ready to go. So, I'm back, guys. So, Jack, Jensen, Chris, Skarma, Con, Pedro, Ronnie, Avatarius, Fingers, Mike, Jelly, Banksy, Schlee, Punch, Mitch and Smith. Good luck. Season ahead. No risk needed. Let's just get points on the board. Through the first race. Let's make it something epic. And have a good race. Tyre strategies, we'll need to get on that as soon as we get a look at them on the grid. We'll need to get on the tyres, see exactly who's running what, and we'll try and start piecing together how the race might pan out. Remember, guys, I am myself, so as much as trying to keep on top of battles and talk, I can only watch one fight at the same time. I know there might be gaps everywhere else, but I'll try and give as much as I can to all. And I just hope we're going to have a good race. Do we have anybody in the chat? Winner pickers? Who do we pick? That's an interesting one. I think the first 10 laps of the race are critical. Depending on strategy, that could be a little deeper. I think there will be some guys maybe going to get aggressive at the start, run the red tyre possibly, and commit to a two-stop, push hard. High chance of safety car. A safety car makes the race very interesting. So, Lots of factors that can come into play. Nobody in the chat willing to predict all these viewers, and nobody willing to say who they think's going to win. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. I think Jensen stands a good chance. I think if Mike stays with him, he makes a race of it. And Schlee P3. Schlee was very, very strong at the end of the season. He's a very good driver, just staying in that striking distance. And his consistency speaks paramount. Lack of penalties, good clean lines. That could win him the race. So, never count out Schlee. Or the off-road driver's going to turn one and have a big smash. Schlee's P5, I thought he was P3. Schlee's P5. I need to get the list up. I can't get it up, Mike. He's P3 the last I checked. Even P5. You still want to watch. I'll stand by saying that his clean lines and consistency is strong. His biggest attribute is a driver. So, I think we're about 60 seconds away. Got formation that. Guys, get the tyres prepped. We'll get the lights and we'll go racing. Who wins race 1? Jensen, Mike, Jellycon, Schlee, Banksy, Avataris, Skarma, LAS Chris, Pedro, top 10. So Pedro in the top 10. You'll be happy with that. Jensen, Mike, Jellycon, Schlee, Banksy, what top 6? Avataris. Oh, we're set for some exciting racing. If these guys can just be easy, get through that first corner, get through the first couple, they're quite tricky at Australia, and get the first lap under their belt, they guys can put on a show. So, we wait for the ticks. Ticks mean go time. Good luck to all. Welcome to all that's watching. And it's time. 30 seconds on their clocks. We don't see it. Oh no, we do see it. 20 seconds. We'll get them on the grid. We'll get a formation lap. And we'll go racing. One second. So, they're off. Let's see what we have fitted. Where is it? We have Jensen on the softs. Oh, what a compelling start. Jensen on the softs, Mike on the hard, Jelly softs, Con medium, Schlee medium, Banksy softs, Avataris, Skarma, Chris mediums, Pedro hards, Punch, Ronnie, Fingers mediums, Jack and Jack mediums, Mitch running the hards, and Jay Smith at the rear running the mediums. That is an interesting the top 6. I says these guys can go put on a show, top 7, and the tyres make us have some exciting racing, I think. Mike's going to struggle. Jensen and Jelly get away like the clappers. Mike's focus has got to be late. Con, Schlee, Avataris, they're focusing second half of the race, I think, with the guys in front of them. But if they can pick off a soft guy and get him behind, it's not the easiest track to overtake. So here we go. HOR Season 6 Race 1 Australia. Last few corners in the formation lap. They've warmed the tyres as much as they can. The guys going through. Jensen P1, Mike P2, Jelly P3, Con P4, Schlee P5, Banksy P6, Avatarius P7, Skarma P8, Chris P9, Pedro P10, Punch P11, Ronnie P12, Fingers P13, Jack P14, Mitch P15, Smith P16. And up, weaving they come, burn out the tyres. Here we go, guys. This is it. Good luck. Be clean. Please, no incidents. Let's just get through. Lights are on. 2 lights. 5 lights. Lights out. Where we go. Good start from Jensen. Jelly gets away well. He gets a jump. Oh, my game has not went well. What is going on here? I don't understand. For some reason I'm seeing Skarma in P1. So Jensen P2. Jensen P1 it is, guys. Jelly P2. Mike P3. Banksy P4. Con P5. Avatarius P6. I don't know exactly what's going on there. Banksy absolutely all over the rear of Mike. He's always going to struggle in the harder compound tyres, and there we go, it's fixed now. So Jensen P1, Jelly P2, Mike P3, Banksy P4, Con P5, Avatarius P6, LES Chris P7, Pedro P8, Ronnie P9, and I think every day has got through lap 1. So Jensen leads Jelly by half a second gap. Banksy goes for the move on Mike through the inside. He's up into P3. We've got Schlee losing positions. Have we had an incident? Does Schlee have damage? We need to keep an eye on that. Does Schlee have damage? Yep, Schlee has lost a wing, so we've had an incident. Jack's up, up and up. Adam loses a position. He's lost some end plate. We've got Con overtaking Mike now as well. Mike really struggling to get the tyres fired up in the first opening laps. So Jensen leads Jelly by 3/10. Banksy 3 seconds behind. Con is now being released in P4. Mike P5, but he's just got to focus, keep his head down, he's on a different tyre. Avatarius absolutely on Mike with LAS Chris right behind, both in the medium compounds. And I've just had an error crash, so we'll try and get back in the lobby quick as possible. Sorry guys. We are hopefully back in the session, readied up, going back. Don't worry guys, we will get back to the action. I do apologise. Every time, start the race, lag out, but we'll get back to it. Hopefully all's not lost. We've still got some action to cover, many laps to go. Banksy's lagged out, but he should get back in his car. So let's get back to it. Interval, position changes. So Mike's lost 3, Jack up 5, Pedro up 2, Chris up 2, Avatarius up 1, Banksy up a couple. Mike getting back at him, but he's just going to take back control of his car any second. Jensen leading. I am not getting any timing for some reason, so hopefully we can get that back at some point. Jensen P1, Jelly P2, a few seconds on that. Con P3 in the medium tyre, taking his time. Mike P4, hard compound tyre, his race comes at the end. Banksy P5, he's lost that position back because he lagged out, but he should. They were getting some gaps. Avatarius and Banksy, is he going to make a move down into turn 1? And we've got LAS Chris coming, and we're going to make 3 into 1. No, he thinks better of it. Nice conservative driving. Jack on Pedro, not thinks better of it. So, Pedro's on a hard compound tyre, so he's looking to go deep. LAS Chris has made a move round the outside, turn 3 in Avatarius. That's a fantastic move. Up into P6, he goes up P9 to P6, so he's had a great start to the race. He's now chasing down Banksy. Where's the other gaps? Schlee, I think Schlee's had to pit, so he's going deep. He's got Smith to catch. Mitch is on Adam. Is Adam still running with his wing damage? Yeah, he's chose to carry on, try and get a bit deeper, make something work later in the race. Ronnie, one of our new drivers, pushing well with Fingers behind. I think Fingers might just get through here. Yeah, that's a great move from the outside, good sweeping move. Ronnie concedes and Fingers is up 3, so he's had good gains, 13 to P10, first 3 laps. Jensen P1, Jelly P2, Con P3, Mike P4, Banksy P5, Chris. Chris has had a storming opening few laps. He's found some good form in that medium tyre, and he's feeling frisky. Go get him. Is he close enough to Banksy? Is he going to make a move? Tucked in that slipstream, gaining. Maybe goes for the next air, and Banksy's went. I don't understand there. He's just went straight on. That is strange. Some DNFs. Jack goes through on Pedro. We just caught Jack. I don't understand what's happened with Banksy there. But we continue. We soldier on. Jensen P1, Jelly P2, Con P3, Mike P4, Stogglemill, Chris P5, Avataris P6, Jack P7, Pedro P8, Fingers P9, Mitch P10, Ronnie P11, Smith P12, Schlee P13, Adam P14, he's coming out the pits, and Mitch is retired. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate, Mitch. Then you Avataris, he is on Chris. So Chris has got the move. Chris is up 4 now, P5. And he is... Is he going to catch Mitch? Mike? Is he going to make gains? We'll keep an eye on that one. Some incidents, 3 drivers down. I still use a tricky track. Guys got to bear that in mind. Just got to keep your head down, boys. Remember, what looks bad for your side might look absolutely nothing from the other side. So sometimes it's better just not to comment. You never know. I want to see clips of all the incidents, guys, at the end. And we'll get penalties applied where it's needed. So we get green fingers on Pedro. McLaren v Renault. Green fingers on him. Better tyre. DRS open. Is he going to make a move? We're going to defend it. He's coming, he's thinking about it, Pedro leaves the door open. Good defending though. Nice driving. Avataris, still a bit, that 6th mark to Avataris. Jelly sitting about the 3 seconds to Jensen. I think there's more to come in the end of the lap. We've got a yellow flag, see if we can figure out exactly where that is. Jensen! So Jensen has had a moment. Has he got damage? Has Jensen got damage? No, so he seems to have a full wing. I think he's just had a big slide. So, this opens the race up for Jelly. Jelly is absolutely on Jensen now. He's going to get DRS. Let's check the L's. Half a tank. So he can maybe make a go. Jensen drove out last corner well. Gained. And he's gaining up the straight, so I think that can see Jelly not to make a move there, but Jelly should feel confident, and we've got Green Fingers has now got the move done in Pedro. Good move, Green Fingers, well done. Up into P8, up 5. So biggest gainers. Fingers up 5. LAS Chris up 4. I think Fingers is... Oh, what's happened there? What's happened there? What's happened? I think Fingers... He's had a wheel glitch or a technicality issue, but something does not look right. Oh, I think Fingers has got a puncture. Oh, and Ronnie picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Fingers gets a puncture. Just when I was seeing he's on something. Oh, the curse of the commentator. I am so sorry, Fingers. I am so sorry. I'll take that one in the chin. Was that from damage or a cup or... Wow. That is ouch. So onwards we go. The guys need to be cautious of that now at front. Fingers has picked up a puncture from nothing. I don't understand where he's picked up from. I wonder if he's caught debris. Jensen gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So now Green Fingers picked up his puncture at the worst place, just after the pit line, full lap to do. I'm gutted for, genuinely gutted for him. Absolutely gutted. As it stands, Jensen P1, Jelly P2, Con P3, Mike P4, LAS Chris P5, Avatarius P6, Jack P7, Pedro P8, Lee P9, Smith P10, Punch P11, Ronnie P12, and Fingers with that awful puncture at a horrible time, P13 zinging into the box. I think, luckily for Fingers, I think he can set a hard set of tyres and just go, and hope maybe people lose it later in the race, and that's super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Mike starting to gain on Con. Yes. So, Mike's tyres are alive. He's going into the ballpark to start becoming a factor in the race. Chris is very much in touch with Mike, so he's a factor. And Avatarius is still there as well. So, top 6 are still anybody's race. Still that possibility of safety car. Got on board with a leader for a bit. He's coming up now to lap Ronnie, I think it may be. Colin picks up a time penalty. So that could be a factor. Oh, and Ronnie's out. He's lost it at that infamous corner. Green Fingers is at another horrendous spin. I think he's still struggling. Rear punctures, they're just so hard to control the car. And he's got disqualified from the session, so we'll need to look at that. That is unfair. That is unfair. So we'll look at that. Fingers, if anybody's watching that's with Fingers, tell me to take a wee clip of that. I seen he had a puncture and he was just trying to keep it the way and running on bad bits of the tracks, just spinning the car. He doesn't deserve to be DQ'd there. So we'll put something in place. That is unfortunate. So Jensen opened up that gap on Jelly again. Con, he's running about the same gap, but oh, he's been a little wide. This is going to open it up to Mike. Mike's going to get a good run. Con will struggle traction. Mike wasn't in the DRS point, but he will get it for the next straight, so if he's sensible here, there's maybe something. Jensen is boxed, so leader in the pits. We'll see where the tyre goes. He's went for another soft stint. So Jensen is committed to a 2-stop. That's it, he's laid the land. He is 2-stopping. Is Jelly going 1-stop? Is he trying soft to medium? Soft to hards? Jensen is most definitely on the 2-stop though. Chris is catching Mike hard. Good catch. Absolute great kart control there from Chris. Otherwise this is the most relevant battle on track, so we'll stay on board. So we've got Mike under a second from Con. Chris just about half a second from Mike. DRS open. Not close enough. This could be one of these kind of DRS training. It becomes very hard to actually get past a driver. I'll see if I can get Fingers in for a quick chat mid-race. Bear with me guys. One sec. Get a chat, because that didn't look that didn't look fair. We'll stay on board with the action, see if we can get Fingers in the party. So we've now got Jelly P1, Con P2, Mike P3, Chris P4, Avatarius P5, Jensen out the pits P6, Fingers. So have you picked up a puncture on the home straight? And then I did see, I know it's really hard to control when the punctures on the rear axle, but you were pretty much trying to be as good a deed as you could on circuit, and yeah, it kind of got you disqualified. So oh So yeah, it was a strange one. A strange one. Yep, you were driving nice. But that will not go unlost. Fingers will sort something out. I think you've been unfairly disqualified there. I think you were committed to trying to get to the pits, and you would, in my opinion, be running P12 as it stands, so we can maybe sort that out. Until tomorrow. Yep, noted. Oh, Nersley retired from the session. Oh no. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. No worries, Mark. Thanks for joining me. See you later. So, now guys, we have 10 left. Jelly P1, Con P2, Mike P3, Chris P4, Avataris P5, Jensen P6, Jack P7, Pedro P8, Smith P9, Punch P10. The guys out of the race: Schlee, Ronnie, Mitch, Banksy, Skarma, Fingers. That's unfortunate, guys. Sad to see you go. Be interested to see how we lost Schlee and hear back from how we lost Schlee. But I think we'll stay on board with this fight. Mike, I think, is relatively waiting on. I don't think he's looking to fight too hard. His tyres look happy. He looks happy. End of the race. Mike comes alive. We've got Avataris on Jensen now. So this is interesting. Will Avataris stay in that DRS window, and will he get a good enough drive have a go at Jensen? No, I think Jensen's got enough gap. Pedro, in a little no man's land, just doing his own thing. Jay Smith, 10 seconds of drift, but is catching Pedro. And Adam, most definitely catching Smith. No, not quite. So Mike, oh, so we've got Jelly in the pits. Jelly in the pits, he's went for the mediums. Will they go to the end? Will the mediums do 17? I think they will. So Jelly, I think, is on the one stop. We've got Jensen P4, but he's still to stop. So he's going to come out, I think, between Jack and Pedro. And he'll have some work in his hands. He'll have to do some overtaking. So Jensen took pole, I think. LAS Chris, we've got to get him a big up. P9 to P3 as it stands. He's on a podium. It's only halfway, just about halfway, but his first stint has been epic. And I'm intrigued. This is going to be a good battle. Mike's on con. Gaining. Not close enough. Will I ever go into turn 2? Don't think he's close enough. So Avatar is slowly dropping off the tail. Jelly, he is starting to gain now in Avataris. Jack he's running a good race. Jack as well, up 7 places, P14 to P7. Jay Smith, P16 to P9. Pedro up a couple. Avataris up a couple. As it stands, Jelly's dropped 3, Jensen's dropped 3, but some guys still to stop, so we'll get a proper look at exactly who's where in a few laps time, I would think. Let's get on board. Mike's having a look. No go. Very close now though. And this is allowing Chris to join back up to the back of this fight. Mike either needs to choose, he's going to be decisive, or he could be punished by Chris. He's got a good exit. He's gaining closer than last lap, but I don't think he's close enough either. Con's driving really well at a turn 1 and it's making it very hard for Mike. But he's using his head, he's not, doesn't look panicked, looks happy. It was a good little fight, good front end of the race. Jensen is now catching up with that fight as well. See, this is where it becomes interesting. This is playing right into Jensen in his 2-stop. He had to catch the guys up front, and getting stuck behind Con plays right into his favour. So did the guys call a truce and say, right, somebody needs to go? Or if I know the drivers, they're racing. Ain't nobody giving an inch. Oh, Mike picks up a little pin there, but I think that's his first. That's the first I've seen. Adam, nice consistent laps. I think Adam's going to try and run this to the end, so he's definitely he's got to come to him. He's down to 6 seconds now behind Smith. He's driving a good lap. Let's go back on board. Mike and Chris. Chris is close to Mike. Go on board. Is he going to make a move? No, thinks better of it. Interesting battle up front for sure. Does he make a move? No. So Con's defending well. He's deploying where he needs to deploy to defend the DRS, and that's the thing about Australia. It's not the easiest track. If you don't have a good tyre advantage, I think traction from the last corner for your biggest DRS zone is quite tricky, unless you can line up a good run through this next chicane Mike's coming up to. If you can get a good run at that and they have a small wobble, which is always possible, you can maybe capitalise there, but it's tricky. We'll go on board. Hans went a little wide. Mike using, yeah, he's got DRS open, but not close enough. So Jensen has actually got past Chris. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if Chris is at the moment, but Jensen is up into P3 and now catching this lead pack. So Mike and Con need to watch this. They'll know he needs to box, but they can't let him past, because if he starts to gain, it could spell disaster. Stay on board. Avatarius goes past Chris. No, Chris is boxed. We'll see what tyre Chris goes with. Red tyre, 13 laps. Big ask. Could be committed to a 2-stop. That would be a very, very bold 1-stop if he can make that work. And kudos to him if he does. Mike needs to make a move. He needs to make a move. Jensen is now there. Con picks up time pen. They're driving well, but I think Mike's got to get through. If Jensen wants to make gains and make this stint work, he's got to get through, because all these guys are doing, Avatarius, Jelly, Chris, they're bringing them all back into play. And Jensen going to make a move. Oh, and that's good driving from both, but Jensen's driving well. He's got the DRS open, and he is going to go through. So Mike just needs to stay with Jensen now. A good move for Jensen, some good driving, very close wheel through that chicane, but giving each other every inch they deserve. Now, does Jensen catch Con? Does Con defend for his life and say, no, look, I've got track position and I'm going to make you work for it? It unfolds some more. Not close enough there. So Mike's pit window I think will be opening soon. Jensen has still got another pit to take. But if Mike holds it out, he has an offsetting tyre to Jensen for the last stint in the race. If Con gets the mediums, a few laps more, and defends this and keeps them there, he's doing himself massive favours. So definitely some interesting stuff. Now in the last 12 laps are going to be rather interesting. There's some tactics at play. Con knows he needs to keep the guys behind. If he wants his strategy to work, he needs to keep them behind. Jensen, for his strategy to work, I feel he needs to break away. And Mike just needs to stay in touch, knowing that he's got a tyre advantage to Jensen at the end, and he'll be fighting Con. So, interesting times. Con's in. So Con's in. Mike and Jensen go through. Both with DRS. So Mike will lose no time. Jensen will drop the DRS. Mike will gain the DRS in this next section. Jensen, touch of grass, won't cost him too much time. Watch Con in the pits. He goes to the reds, so he's asking 11 laps. Definitely possible. Avataris picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane, so that's still going to be a decisive factor at the end of the race. Time pens. Chris goes through. Con drops out in P5, safely in P5. I don't think Jack gets him. And Con with a far superior tyre secures that position fine. Chris goes through. He's asking a big stint. If he can make that one-stop work, podium could maybe be there. Jelly, we're unsure if he's to the end or he's going to stop again. So Mike and Jensen is the battle for the lead at the moment. The middle part of their race is definitely working out to plan, I would think, for both. It just depends how it finishes. Jay Smith on Pedro, let's have a look at that battle. 9/10. Otherwise the gaps have plateaued a little. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. We've got a tight gap between Pedro and Smith. 8th and 9th. A small gap between Jensen and Mike. P1 and 2. Hope you're all enjoying the race. Little moment there for Pedro. Will Jay Smith capitalise? He can definitely close up. It's definitely going to give him a better opportunity in the next DRS zone. Both in the same tyre. Both stopped quite early, I think. So I think they're a bit matched on tyre distance, as in durability and what longevity left in the tyre. So Jack boxes. That's going to release Avatarius. I don't think Pedro's close enough. Jack picks up a penalty for speeding the pit lane. The guys are going to need to try and get that down. Con picks up another time pen. The guys are going to be hurt, I think, at the end of the race by the time pen. So we'll see how everything finishes out. Maybe the guys across the line won't be. Will first across the line be first? We shall see. I think we've got some turn 1 incidents to look at as well, so some guys maybe approaching tomorrow. Bahrain, same time, guys. Slip that out there. Same time, 10 to 9 UK tomorrow evening. There will be HOR Season 6 Round 2 Bahrain. Tricky circuit. Catches at the best of drivers. Mike is in the pits. Oh, and he picks up a time penalty for speeding the pit lane, but he's not the only driver. He doesn't need to get himself stressed out, just needs to plod away. Will this release Jelly? Yep, it's going to release. Oh, Mike and Chris. This is going to be interesting. We'll stay with Mike. Chris, round the last corner. Mike on pit exit. Chris is going to go through, so Mike's got some work to do with some nice fresh tyres. Con sets the fastest lap. It's going to close between these two. And Mike's got an undercut in Con. That's exactly what he needed. He needs to stay in front. He needs to stay in front. Con's out of airs. Just needs to defend the inside line. He's got a better tyre. More airs in the tank. And away he goes. So Mike needs to go make gains now. Driving nice. Every driver, apart from the unfortunate retirements, every driver's drove a solid race. We've still got that gap, so Smith and Pedro boxing. Pedro speeding in the pit lane. Jay Smith gets in clean, so that could become pivotal. That releases HOR Punch, who's on a long old stint. Jay Smith goes for the softs. Pedro goes for the softs. So 9 lap stints, they ask to retire. Easy peasy. The tyre will do it, no bother. But these guys are in a race. J Smith, I think, struggles getting released on the limiter. That buys Pedro a little second, I think, on pit exit. We'll jump back on board. Jelly Jensen has now took his second stop, so Jensen's in the pits. How close is Chris going to get? Chris, is Chris going to get P2? This is going to be so close, and he's through. Chris is through P2. Jensen takes P3, and here comes Mike. This is where it gets interesting. Is Mike going to have a go? Is he going to have a go on Jensen? Does he make a move? Not close enough. So the pit stops are in. Jelly P1, 6 second gap. Chris P2, Jensen P3, Mike P4, Con P5, and all of a sudden for the last 8 laps of the race we are alive and kicking. Under a second gap between second to fifth. Here we go. Who takes the biggest risk? Little show defend for Chris. Oh, and there's contact. Jensen and Mike, contact. Jensen and Mike, oh no, contact, and Jensen's going through again. Oh, we'll need to have a look at that. We will need to have a look at that. Mike just needs to keep his head down. Points on offer. But that is interesting. Well, so we've got LAS, Chris, Jensen, Jelly P1, 7 to go, 4.5 second gap to Jensen. Jensen P2, we're second behind Mike. Mike's gone for the nose cone change, so he will drop out behind Avataris, but only Avataris, and I think he will catch him. I don't think he needs to worry, he will catch him. But it'd be interesting to see exactly what's happened there. I don't know if it was Mike overzealous on the brakes or Jensen too early on the brakes. We'll need to find out. Go on in, Chris. So yeah, Jack does actually go through and Mike. So yeah, Mike's maybe had to serve a 5-second penalty in the pits as well. That could be the case. He'll get back through. He'll go chasing Avatarius. And Con. Adam and Pedro driving well, 8th and 9th. They say top 10 finishes, they're happy, so they're driving well. Pedro and Smith, they're still stuck in that little half-second battle. Can't see me split, it's the biggest battle. Smith going to make a go? No, I think's better of it. Be bold. If he feels he's close enough, I think he should make a move. No one for trying. Sensible driving. Con and Chris. Will we see any changes there? Con picks up another time penalty. So guys, I wouldn't take the finishing order as gospel, because I think there might be changes down to penalties. So Jelly and Jensen, let's stay on board with this. I think Jelly's a little bit of a sitting duck, but I am pretty sure he will defend for all. Jensen now breaches the DRS window, so he will be on attack. Oh, he's lucky there, held up nice. That'll cost him getting the move done in DRS. He's going to have to say some ERS, so maybe not get the move done next either. Oh, he's going to line him up. Jelly's defending the inside line. Jensen goes for a move on the outside. Jelly's defending side by side, wheel to wheel. Oh, it's racing, but Jensen's been turned round. Contact on the axles. Is Chris going to get through? Yes, he does. Is Con going to get through? Jensen's going to build all track into turn 2. Not quite close enough. But I think that was racing. They committed to go side by side. Jelly gave him the space. Jensen had the space. Smallest of Con. Jensen's off the track again. That's going to open the door for Con. Oh, not close enough. But Jensen's struggling. Oh, and Adam's out. Adam's out. I believe that's going to be the fast chicane. The killer. Yes, that's unfortunate. Adam, unlucky. But it's exciting. Oh, what's going on there? VSC out. VSC out. So, the guys no longer think this helps Jelly. This very much helps Jelly. It helps. Doesn't help Mike. That hurts Mike. Smith and Pedro, there's a small gap. So, VSC's out. Jelly P1, LAS Chris P2, Con P3, Jensen P4, Avatarius P5, Mike P6, Jack P7, Pedro P8, Smith P9. The only team holding 2 drivers to score double points in the first race in Constructors is Ferrari as it stands. Otherwise, Constructors, nobody really puts a big hole in it. First race. And we are green, racing again. LAS Chris up 7, P90 P2. What an absolute stonker of a race. That first stint he put in was epic. And he thoroughly deserves to be where he is. And he's got a tyre advantage to Jelly, so 4 laps to go. We'll see if he can catch. Con and Jensen fighting hard. Stay on board. I think Con's going to feel he can have a go at Jensen. Stay on board with that. Has a peak. Thinks better of it. Jensen clips the grass. That's not going to help him corner exit. Con clips the grass with him. We'll go on board. Yeah, we'll go on board. See if Con can make a move in the next DRS zone. Unlucky Adam, unfortunate mate. Good attempt, but we've had some exciting stuff up front. The last 4 laps have been wild. Con going to make a move in Jensen. Thinks better of it. He might have a go. Jensen runs a little wide there, stepping his rear tyre on the grass. That could be crucial. And he's opened a good gap there, so that's going to make life a bit hard for Con. Unfortunate Adam. You're unfortunate. That corner, it does get you. I think Con's too far away now. Jensen was good through turn 14, I think. Very good, very strong. Who holds fastest lap? I'm unsure. We need to get on top of that once we see that at the end of the race. The Hardswell going to the end. I thought that, Adam, I thought you were committed to trying that one stop, and I think you were in a good position to go score some better points than you maybe expected at the start, but that's Australia. We move on. You go well at Bahrain, so focus on tomorrow. Nice little train now, building up here. Chris, Jensen, Con, really helping Jelly. Jelly's looking good. If the time penalties are not steep, I don't know if Chris has got any. Come on, Pedro. Little shout for the Renault team. He's going to put points on the board, Adam. I think that's the main thing, as long as Pedro just bides his time. Smith has got the move. So, come on, Jelly. Yeah, Jelly's drove brilliantly. He's drove really well. But Chris, LAS Chris, Adam, up 6 positions. He's drove an epic race. P90, P3. Definitely going to be the picks a driver of the day. But Jay Smith up 8, 16th to 8th. Jack 14th to 7th. Whew. Some good drives. But I think Jelly, he defended fair where he had to. I'm a firm believer that what was between him and Jensen was racing. Good catch there for Chris. Oh, is Con going to make a move? No, absolutely on his gearbox also. We'll stay on board with Con here. Is Chris going to just drop out the podium positions? Here we go. Stay on board. Oh, Con's got good corner. Oh, I had to watch what he was doing there. I think Chris was about to have a moment and it caught Con by surprise. That's unfortunate, but absolute brilliant awareness for Con. Jelly looking good for H1 Season 6 Race 1. Win 1! Let's go, Jelly. You've drove really well. Con on Chris. Is he going to get the go here? Is he going to make the move? Is Chris going to drop to P4? A small glitch there. He's defending the position, defending the inside line. Con's going to make a move. Yep, he goes for it. Chris gives space. Fairly. Fair driving. Fair play to Chris. I think he understood. He was asking a big stint of his red tyres. Still, penultimate lap. Mike is making good gains. He's had a good solid stint on the tail end of that soft stint. Pedro, he seems to get into these races where he's in a little world of his own. Today, it actually seems like he had a little bit of a fight with Jay Smith. That's good to see. Jay Smith's had a good race, Jack's had a good race. Mike's been a little unfortunate. Virtual safety car kind of hurt him. We'll need to look at that little moment with Jensen. I don't know if there's much in it. I don't know much about it. Oh, Chris keeps it well. So, Jelly P1, Jensen 2 seconds behind. Jelly just coming on to start his last lap of the Australian GP in HOR. He's drove really well. I think he deserves the win. I wonder if that's for the baby. Fatherhood brings out the best. So they say. You just don't get a lot of sleep, unfortunately. So, Jensen 1.9. I think he wants to catch. I don't know the time penalties, guys, so as I say, don't take the finishing as gospel. Because we don't know what pens people have. Things could still change. Unfortunately, I believe Con's got a good stack of them. So Chris may still end up back in that podium. Unfortunate Adam, Schlee, Ronnie, Mitch, Banksy, Skalma, Fingers. Fingers is something we need to look at. But the guys that retired. Hopefully you score some good points tomorrow. Jensen picking up a pen on the last lap. Now if he was chasing Jelly there to get in a window, that's just cost him. So let's eagerly watch if Jelly comes round the penultimate corner. Who's drove a very, very good race. Jensen was in 7/10. It's going to be a very close finish, but we'll see how the time penalties open up. Well done, Jelly. Good race. Good effort. Well done, Jensen P2. Yep, Jelly keeps it. He gains some time. Con and Chris, this is one we need to watch. Chris's tyres are absolutely dead in the water, I think. Does Chris take the podium? Yes, he does, because Con had a lot of pens. That's unfortunate for Con. But P4, I think I solidified the P4. Apatarius P5. Mike P6. Mike P6. Jack looking good for P7. J Smith P8. If Pedro's got little penalties, we can maybe see a switch around on Smith and Pedro. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Jack, just his unserved penalty. If he pits, he would have served it. Good effort from Jack, from J Smith, LAS Chris. Absolutely superb drives. Great positions gained. Really, really, really good effort. And well done. Well done. Thank you to all viewers for the race. We'll see if we can get our drivers in for a little chit chat when these last two cross the line. So J Smith takes P8 and I think Pedro stayed P9. So we'll just get confirmation of our finishing grid, guys. But well done to Jelly. Absolutely superb drive. Race 1, win 1. Not quite sure I got the fastest lap. Need to quickly check that here. Who got the fastest lap? some extra points on offer for the fastest lap for the guys. 23.5, 23.5. So it was Jensen. Jensen takes the fastest lap, so he gets extra points for that. Jelly takes the win. Jensen takes pole and fastest lap, so from an extra points. I got a tough decision on driver of the day. It's a tough one, Adam. It's an absolute tough call. I'll get the top 3 guys in. We'll have a chit chat, and then I'll make a decision. I think I'll call it at the end of the stream. So who's our top 3? Who do we have as the top 3? We had Jelly, we had Jensen, and Chris. So get them in. We'll have a chat. That was a good race. Hope yous enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a good effort for our drivers. Some good wheel action. Pedro flinging bananas at green fingers, we need to look at that, and breaking wings. But otherwise, good effort. Is Jelly gonna join? Is Jelly coming? I don't know. Anyway, we'll start with Chris. First race, first podium. Chris, happy?
Absolutely. With this tire wear by 80% on my rear axle, it was like driving on water.
Yeah. You asked a really big stint of the soft tyre in the end. I think you asked 13 laps. But you done really well. I think you coped with the pressure that the drivers put on you on the closing laps as well. And Con, with his big hit of penalties, allowed you to keep that podium.
I mean, 18 seconds penalty, that's huge, but I see the focus on me to go into the pits earlier with the medium compound tires.
Yes.
And then, I mean, usually you can keep up with the softs around 10 or maximum 11 laps, and then keeping up with the soft tires in the end of this race. I had a really good pace. I had really good fights, but I was aware of that Jensen and Con with the better tires. I left them tons of space to getting by, because it makes no sense to making a battle with this tire situation.
Yeah,
so
I made a note of that on stream.
I'm really happy with the third place, and yeah, I'm looking forward to
it. Was a great drive. I think you gained 6 positions. 9th you started. I think P9 did you start?
Yeah, P9.
So you're definitely one of the guys in the frame for driver of the day. And HOR for driver of the day, you get 2 bonus championship points. So I'm chosen between yourself. Jay Smith gained very well, and so did Jack. But Jensen, on to Jensen.
Hey.
I think 2-stop shocked me from you initially. I don't expect you to 2-stop any race.
I was waiting for I was seeing all the grid with their tyre choices. I saw a lot on the soft. And it was quite mixed up at the front. You had Mike starting on the hards. You had Jelly starting on the softs, but I didn't know he would be going for a 1-stop. You guys checked it out. Well, Con started on the mediums and so on. It was quite different. Because of that, I thought I could just pull away quite easily. I sort of lost back end going through the fast left-hander and right-hander.
Is that when you lost your 3-second gap? Yeah.
Yeah. Then I made it back up to about 4 seconds before pit stops.
Right.
And when I pitted, when I pitted and when Jelly pitted, I was about 15 seconds ahead of him at the time. But yeah, when I came onto the softs, it was quite a good fight between me, Mike, and Con. And Chris.
Well, that fight actually helped you, I think. I think them being tangled in the fight allowed you to really get on them in that middle stint, which is what you needed to make the 2-stop work.
Yeah.
You had to get in front of the guys, and I think them fighting allowed you to catch them a lot quicker than maybe normally.
Yeah, I got past Chris. I caught the Jelly, but I wouldn't call Jelly a race car. I think he livened up the race but I enjoyed coming back.
Yeah, I think your small
Yeah.
incident between each other, I think it was racing.
Yeah.
I don't think there was much in it. You done very well, I will say, to keep it out of the barrier.
There was very little space, but I don't really care. If
Yeah.
he gets a penalty or not.
No,
I mean, just
Jelly
enjoy the race.
Jelly was very much committed to trying to give as much space as he could to still race you hard through the corner.
Yeah,
So for me,
That's
that was a
fair on him.
racing incident.
that's fair on him, and yeah, congratulations to Jelly as well.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
Yeah, I'm happy with P2 though. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Well done.
On to the next race.
That's it.
was
On to tomorrow.
absolutely the best race of my entire online racing. Perfect
that's-
race, gentlemen. Respectful, clean, fair. That's what we're heading to.
That's what we need.
Absolutely amazing.
Chris,
Brilliant.
doing all this, you made his day now.
That's it.
Amazing job, Jensen. Amazing job. With
And I
two
think-
stops on a second place. Wow.
I think my driver of the day is Chris. One of the biggest gainers on the grid, and his gain got him to the podium. So my driver of the day for today is LAS Chris.
Thanks for
His
the honor
first
about
race as well.
retired in front of me. It was a bit of luck to get into the front, but this was the nicest fights with drivers, so clean and respectful, letting tons of space there. This is absolutely amazing. I think the first three should be driver of the day tonight.
Yeah. But I'm going to get to you, Chris, because it's your first ever race in HOR. You don't really know some of the guys that race tonight, and you put yourself on track. You treat yourself with a respectful manner and got yourself a podium. I think that's a brilliant effort. Jack and Jay Smith have raced some races before. This was your first race, podium. From starting 9th on the grid, I think you deserve it.
Thank you. I took all of my tires tonight, so was probably not the best strategy tonight, but I made the best of it. And I was really struggling to the end, to be honest. But yeah, you ever have to deal with somebody in front of you could set some penalties, but it is always the better thing to get the third place on the track, not about time penalties. But I'm really happy tonight.
I'm happy you're happy. And on that note, guys, from us at HOR, 4J Studios, good night, and we will see you.